Hi everyone, welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Mr. Punit Agarwal, who is the founder of KoinX, which is a platform for taxation of cryptocurrencies. The platform is automating crypto taxation process in India. Hi Punit, welcome to ELI.
Hi, Priya. Thanks for hosting. It's indeed a pleasure and an honor to be here. Looking forward to our conversation and a lot of interesting insights.
Trust me, the honor is all ours. So Punit, I'd request you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Sure, Priya. Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Punit Agarwal. I have been active in the crypto space for more than 5 years now. Started my journey helping uh, building in few projects around the healthcare space, and then was building an edtech company to educate more and more people about cryptocurrencies, blockchain, the technology behind writing their first smart contracts. And then fast forward to 2021, the COVID hit us, and Sandeep Nelwal, the co-founder of Polygon, he started an initiative called as Crypto Relief. If you remember last year, Vitalik Buterin contributed $1 billion in Shiba Inu towards a fund. And I was leading that fund, helping Sandeep deploy these funds in the country. So that's where I got exposed to regulators and, like a lot of people from the uh, crypto regulation, government regulation, and understood the regulation side of aspects, got exposed there, and it hit me hard that way forward for the crypto ecosystem is regulation, and hence started building the journey of CoinX, where we are helping crypto investors remain compliant and take their hassle free of regulations by building in softwares and products that can automate and make their lives easier.
Hmm. So awesome, Punit. Before we start discussing about the venture and everything, I just want to ask you a question that I am curious about cryptocurrency. So fundamentally, cryptocurrency operates and works because it's decentralized. Governments do not have any control on it, and that is why governments initially registered the cryptocurrency thing, because they cannot print money, they cannot regulate the inflation, deflation and all. Having said that, now that the regulation thing is in place, what do you think is the future of crypto? Is it going to be, will the governments tax the cryptocurrencies, and they'll, from the tax money, they'll use it elsewhere, and that is how the world will be in the future, or how it will be?
Okay, interesting question, Priya. So, like consider this as an asset class. So, how we have asset class like investing into real estate, investing into stock markets. People have explored cryptocurrencies at another as another asset class to start investing and like into different coins and concepts that they believe on. So, a lot of tokens that are there in the crypto ecosystem are here to solve a genuine problem. How we have company shares of Reliance, how we have company shares of Adani, how we have company shares of, like different such companies who are there for a purpose and who are, like uh, solving a problem. Similarly, there are the tokens that we have basically represents projects and their shares. So
Mhm.
now instead of having the shares listed on an exchange, which is regulated by one central party and looked at things,
Mhm.
here the concept came in of how can we create and shares and tokenize them so that anyone in the world
Mhm.
can buy these shares and like can transfer these shares. So that's primarily how crypto trading came into process, where people started buying and selling these tokens, and like that's how the space got evolved. Since people are trading and making money, governments found this as an opportunity where they saw that people are earning in money from cryptos, and we are losing in on our revenue by not taxing it. So let's tax this, and let's this will help us in the revenues of the government that is coming in. And that also given a clarity to people in the country. For example, before the taxations of cryptocurrencies, it was not much clear whether cryptocurrencies is legal, is illegal, is banned, shall can they invest or not. But having in the taxation framework at least gives in that clarity that, hey, if you are investing into cryptos, all you have to do is pay your taxes and you're compliant. So whatever money that you're making in, you have to pay a percentage of it on taxes and you're fine. So way forward for the crypto ecosystem, definitely, like taxes is already here. So it is something that most of the countries have either launched their frameworks out or are in the final versions of building up taxation framework. That is something that we are already seeing across multiple places. Now what come in next, what like what our expectations around is, how can the entire crypto space be looked at from global investing? So like how do we have our fixed deposits, how we have our lendings, the banks lend and borrow and given you a interest rate. Then there are fixed deposits, then there are like futures, options, derivatives, like then all of these different kind of classes do also exist into cryptocurrency space.
Mm-hmm.
You can put your cryptocurrencies into staking, which is similar to fixed deposits, and earn fixed interest out of it. You can actually lend your cryptos and earn interest out of it. You can borrow crypto. So now the frameworks will start evolving around these and start having in, like mining, minting, like staking, a lot of these different terms which are currently not covered in the taxation purview, or
Mm-hmm.
there are like less clarity around these subjects, is something that would be introduced in. And the entire, mechanism of how the non KYC platforms works, how the blockchain wallets, how the decentralized wallet, how the decentralized exchanges, I can invest from a foreign exchange sitting in India. So how would all of these like different platforms coming together, and how would I pay taxes for my like all my crypto investments, is something which is another area to be explored, and area where crypto investors are looking for clarity.
Right. So if that is true, this taxation thing changes the context altogether. Because governments are taxing cryptocurrencies, that means crypto has become a very legal way to exchange. It plays the role of money in an economy. And when all governments are taxing on crypto, they are basically saying crypto works everywhere, and you can buy products with crypto. You can transfer crypto everywhere. So why will people need money, dollar, and everything if everything is possible through crypto?
Okay, so there's a thin line of difference between taxing a asset and defining it as a legal tender. So when you define it as a legal tender, that's when you actually mean that this crypto can be used to, like buy or sell any products. So for example, in India, you cannot buy a McDonald's burger using bitcoins or cryptos.
Hmm.
However, you can invest into cryptos and pay taxes on top of it. So like still you cannot buy products, still you cannot, there is no clear guideline. So when I say you cannot, so like you might be able to do that, or you might not be able to do that. There is no clear regulation around how that works. So that is currently the stance. A lot of countries have accepted cryptocurrencies as legal tenders, meaning how we pay on UPI for, let's say, our Uber driver or our Swiggy delivery boy. Today we are not able to pay them in cryptos. So once the government accepts it as a legal tender, and the receiver also says that, hey, I am fine receiving bitcoins and you make me payments in bitcoins,
Mm.
that's when we'll actually see the mass adoption coming in.
Gotcha. Now tell us a bit about CoinX. How crypto taxation works in India. Define the context by telling us that, and tell us a bit about how CoinX is, solving the problem of taxation.
Sure. So, like, unlike, let me give you an example of how things happen in stock market, and like how things are happening here. So in stock market, usually people do have one demat account. There are only two exchanges in India, NSE and BSE. You buy any stocks, you sell any stocks from any of the brokers, and like everything is linked to your PAN card, and everything is like controlled in a way that whatever you're buying, whatever you're selling, your short-term gains, long-term gains, everything gets captured at one centralized account, and you can always go back to that and look at it. And the fact being, the base pair is always the INR. So let's say I cannot buy Adani Green stocks by giving them Tata stocks. So I need to convert my Tata stocks into INR, and then buy Adani stocks from INR. So base coin always remain in INR in the stock market ecosystem. Now coming into the crypto space, where the complexities start coming in when someone starts looking at the taxations is like there are many exchanges. There are more than 10,000 exchanges in the crypto ecosystem.
Okay.
So in India, you might have heard of some of those like WazirX, CoinDCX, like BitBNS, CoinSwitchKuber, Binance, Vault. So all of these are different exchanges through which you can put your funds. You can buy and sell cryptocurrencies.
Mm.
And in stock market, let's say there are brokers. So you would find the same stocks on all of these broker platforms, and the prices between NSE or BSE would hardly be, like a rupee or maximum a 2 rupee ka difference on each stock.
Mm.
But in cryptocurrencies, like since there are not regulations around how an exchange is operated, how or what type of coins can you list, what type of coins can you not list,
Mm-hmm.
the exchange owners have the this is true in terms of centralized exchanges, where let's say WazirX, CoinDCX, Binance, they decide what coins they want to list on their platform, and
Mm.
hence you would not find similar coins or exact same coins on all the platforms. CoinDCX might have 200 coins, WazirX might have 250 coins, and
Mm.
CoinsWhich might have 180, 190 coins. So for an investor who is using CoinDCX as a platform and wants to invest in that 201 coin, he would have to create a profile on WazirX,
Mm.
right? Thereby, he ends up creating multiple profiles. And then nothing is linked to your one central PAN card where everything can be looked at. There is no CDSL repository, there is no NSDL repository for you to bring all your crypto investments at one place.
Right.
And hence, like your investments go into different platforms like Binance, CoinDCX, WazirX. Then comes in the entire decentralized space. Let's say you want to buy a token which is launching and you want to invest into an ICO. You
Mm.
would go to Uniswap or PancakeSwap to buy those tokens. Then let's say you want to buy NFTs or sell NFTs. Then you explore yourself into NFT platforms. Then the mechanism of staking, which is fixed deposit. So all of these different applications that are currently there are all individual fragmented systems out, which help users in that environment to buy or to perform a certain action. Now this becomes difficult for a crypto trader, because for someone, let's say, who is even exposed at three places, two centralized exchange and one decentralized. So how can he needs to pay taxes on all, he needs to pay taxes on his all the crypto investments that he has made across the year. Now in order to calculate it, it is not that simple enough. It is not that I have invested on 1st April 2022. I have invested 1 lakh rupees. And on 31st March 2023, I have 1.5 lakh. So my gain is 50,000. And I just pay taxes on 50,000. It is not like that, because currently, let's say in the Indian environment space, the taxes are on profits and the losses are not allowed to be offset. So then you need to see what are the actual profits that I made, what are my taxations on those profits, how do I bring all of that at one place, what was my cost of buying. And another complexity that adds to it is I can give one crypto to buy another crypto. What that means is I can give you bitcoins and take ethers, I can give
Okay.
you ethers and take matic, I can give you matic and take solana,
Mm.
unlike stock market where the base space is INR. So here, for someone, let's say you want to buy a bitcoin. Okay, you bought, let's say, a bitcoin with 10 lakh rupees INR. Now you're selling that bitcoin and taking 10 ethers. So your 10 ethers, the cost of buying one ether is 0.1 bitcoin.
Mm.
Now that 0.1 bitcoin, what is that price in terms of INR? So all of these calculations becomes quite very
Yeah.
difficult when it comes into the crypto space. And there are like multiple such transactions, multiple deposits, withdrawals that you have done across the year. And that's where we come into picture, where we allow you to bring all your crypto investments at
Mm.
one place, and we analyze and understand your trades that you have made, your investments that you have made across the year, and help you give you a final tax number that, hey, this is your net profits that you're making on cryptos, and this is your taxable amount.
Okay. Understood. Got
I
you.
hope. Yeah. So it's quite a complex problem, because like until unless you dive deeper into it and you actually start finding an answer, you would feel like, yeah, yaar, ye to simple hai. Taxes, it like I've been paying taxes for ages on all my mutual funds, on all my equity markets, but crypto markets work completely different.
Right, I can understand it's a very complex system, and not very easy to pay taxes once you are really deep into it. Having said that, I because this is a very complex problem, the I understand the platform has to be equally complex to solve this problem and make it really simple for the end user. So tell us how you design the platform. What are the different integrations that you do? I understand probably you'd be integrating with all the major crypto exchanges, and in any other automations and all that you have incorporated inside the platform.
Exactly. Yeah. So great question again, Priya. So currently the platform supports six major crypto exchanges that includes BitBNS, WazirX, CoinDCX, Binance, CoinSwitch, Kuber, and Vault. So
Mm,
currently these are the six that we support. As we speak, there are many more that we are adding on. And how do we make this process entirely seamless for users? So like users do not have to make any changes, try and understand our systems, change their transactions according to us, nothing required. The
mm,
way that we have built our systems, user can simply go to their exchange, download their trading data, simply drag and drop and upload that on our platform. We will
okay.
understand that particular platform, what was that format, and we, like every, by the way, every exchange report is completely different. So we have built our systems that understands each exchange format, and understands it and incorporates everything around your taxes along with that. Now,
Mm,
this is one way of integrating. The another way, which is already live that we have cracked with BitBNS, is you don't have to do anything. You just have to click, connect BitBNS, and that's all. Once you click on that, it will ask you for a read-only access. Click on allow and done.
mm,
Within just literally two clicks, one click to click on connect and the second click to click on allow. All of your transactions since the day that you have created an account on BitBNS automatically gets fetched to our platform. We automatically analyze what price did you buy the coin, what price did you sell it, what is the profits,
mm,
and in a way that is real time updated. So what does this mean is it is just one time integration. Now anytime you do future transactions, our platform automatically updates it and gives you your real time tax numbers around what is your taxation for the the transactions that you have made on BitBNS.
mm. Another question coming to my mind, since this is a taxation is for everybody, and everybody who is trading into crypto, they would be paying taxes. Having said that,
Right.
I think maybe in a longer term, the platforms, the crypto platforms like CoinDCX, don't they have any taxation module? And if not, probably in long term they'll build taxation modules as well. So how do you as a platform how do you approach this problem statement?
Right. So this is like but obvious, right? Yeah. So people might build in taxation portfolios, but again, that will not solve the end customer's requirement, because let's say even WazirX comes up with a taxation, uh, you know, a guideline or a taxation report for the transactions that has happened on WazirX. Still, the user has investments on decentralized platforms. Still, the user has investments on CoinDCX platform. Now, you got your numbers for the WazirX. Now, how do you combine that with different other platforms? And how do you finally calculate what is your net taxes? WazirX would not be incorporating your other exchange information, because that, like those are competitive platforms
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes confidential for them to reveal like what was the user trades and volumes on one platform to another platform. So that's where all the complexity starts coming in, and their focus is, to be honest, like this is also the question that came to us, and we on one of our Twitter spaces we invited Sumit Gupta, the CoinDCX founder, and in Web3 space, that's the beauty of it. Like Sumit's lines were clearly that, hey, if there are taxation products like these coming up, we would not want to build something. We would rather want to partner and like integrate with such platforms, because that is not our area of expertise. Our area of expertise is how can we make the investing process of a user seamless by allowing him to buy and sell. Now for taxations, we do have plugins and we do have companies like KoinX who can help us do that. So the end problem of the user is not just to calculate on one exchange. One exchange is like pretty easy. It's not even a problem. The problem comes in when the multiple exchanges come into picture, when your decentralized ecosystem come into picture, and that's where the entire problem is.
Got it. Uh, Next question is around business aspect. Tell us a bit about what are the current numbers. I mean, whichever you can share, of course. Tell us how many people are registered and how what kind of transactions are passing through you, and tell us a bit about how we are making money as a venture. Is it a SaaS subscription, or is it based on what revenue got taxed on our platform? How does it work?
Sure. So the platform that we launched it with a waitlist. So our waitlist saw more than 20,000 people who joined in on it and who wanted to explore our platform and use the platform out.
Mhm.
Till date, we have more than 14 lakh plus transactions that people have uploaded and are like looking at what is the taxations around it and about like the sale value of the assets that we have. The total sale value that we have processed is more than 840 crores. So, the volumes of people buying in and actually investing into the platform, and basically the actual records that people have put in uh, of buying and selling cryptocurrencies is something that totally amounts to 840 CR. So that is the total value that our users have sold cryptos for. So these are some of the numbers on the platform side. Apart from it, the revenue model is SaaS, so it is simple subscription based mechanism. We have like users can our subscription basically relies around two stuff. One is the number of complex instruments that you have.
Mhm.
So let's say someone having in only one or two exchanges versus someone having in centralized exchanges, NFT transactions, mining transactions. The pricing would depend on the type of instruments that you have and the number of transactions that you have.
Gotcha.
So it starts at $10, basically INR 750 rupees per person per annum, and
Mhm.
ranges up to 5,000 rupees per person per annum.
Understood. Um, Tell us a bit about user acquisition. You said that almost 20,000 people were on wait list before your platform was launched. How did you achieve that? What did you say in the market, or what channels did you use to get so much interest?
Sure. So one of the things that we did just after our fundraising was, so crypto ecosystem Priya is entirely about community, right? And when we are building a product like this, which requires trust of people, which requires confidence of people, that's where there was one of the most prominent communities of the crypto space called as Crypto Kanun,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is a community that was built over a period of 4 or 5 years, all organic, where it was educating people about the taxations, the legalities, the the right way of investing into cryptocurrencies. And the entire audience was an audience who actually wanted to invest into cryptocurrencies rightfully, who wanted to understand the legalities, the complexities, and everything before they are investing into cryptocurrencies. And we happened to acquire Crypto Kanun. So this basically gave us an audience of about 85,000 followers on, or 85,000 community members on our Twitter, and
Mm.
about 36,000 community members on our YouTube. So yeah, that is currently, like, since we acquired it, so we entirely acquired the platform, including the trademarks, copyrights, intellectual properties, and everything of that. So that is where our like current handles are also lying, and that is the community that we have that gives us a boost in our user acquisition strategies and in the information spread insights, because this audience was also actually the audience who was interested in the crypto side of things. So
Mm.
crypto and investing, crypto and legalities, which perfectly matched with our user persona as well.
Got you. I also am curious to know about the funding aspect. You said you acquired a company before even you launched your own platform. How did that work out? How did you raise your funds? Who funded you? And tell us a bit about the whole experience.
Sure. So our fundraising journey was quite interesting, Priya, to be honest, and like was like we found the best of the angels that we could ask in for. So our some of our angels include, so it was an angels and syndicate round that we did, so
Mhm,
that we can onboard a lot of people that we value and we inspire from, and like can take in the best of them to build this company together before onboarding in the VCs. Some of our angels include Sandeep Nelwal, co-founder Polygon, Naveen Gupta, who is the managing director of Ripple.
mhm,
Ripple is, like XRP token, which is sixth largest in the world. Then comes in Siddharth Malik. Siddharth is he was the ex-chairman of Freshworks,
mhm.
which is considered as, one of the favorite SaaS companies of country. And
Right.
currently he's the global CEO of CleverTap.
Mm,
So, which is like
right.
entire marketing around. Then our other investors include Maninder Gulati. Maninder is the Global Chief Strategy Officer for Oyo.
Mm,
Then we have Revant Bhate. Revant was ex-partner of K-Start and currently, like a CEO of Mosaic Wellness,
mm,
the company behind Man Matters. So, and then we have Utsav Somani. Utsav is, like one of the most celebrated angels in the country. He, along with, he came in through his fund IC, where Naval Ravikant is one of the prominent investors.
mm,
And Utsav, if you've heard of the platform Angel List, so
right.
Utsav heads the Angel List platform for India, and like he's also the early investor in companies like Sugar, Bharat Pay, CoinDCX, and like many such companies.
Mm,
So along with it, like there are many such angels, like the list is long. There are 40 plus people who have supported us as part of angels.
okay.
Like everyone coming in from a mixed varieties, like you found the initial two members as the crypto, but then there was a SaaS guy, there was a guy who understands the global expansion of companies. Then comes in, like Revant, who has built companies, who has like built brands like Fasos, Biryani Box, all from one single venture, understanding the finance part of things. Then Shiva Singh Sangwan, who was also part of the AngelList India team, currently runs in 1947 Rise, where, he interviews a lot of global prominent founders and, like helps users understand about how the journey was,
Mm,
carries in a lot of weight around that. Then comes in like Fez running in Cube VC. Cube VC is one of the like prominent VC, like syndicate, where the LPs include, or the limited partners of that includes a board member of Tesla, board member of PayPal, and like such profiles who are part of that syndicate. So these are primarily some of the investors that we have, along with Akash Kumar. Akash currently heads the Web3 investments for Matrix India. So, like Akash came in into our round through, one of the syndicates that is coming up. So a lot of good people that have come in and backed us to build such product.
awesome. Uh, Wow, I think the hell lot of names I can hear from your investment league. Uh, I would like to cover a bit around your personal journey as an entrepreneur. So tell us a bit about how did you land up in entrepreneurship? What happened? What are the different events in your life that led to the journey you are on right now?
Sure. So, right from my college days, Priya, so, like I got exposed into blockchain. I started working around this. Then, back in 2018, happened to, so there was some entrepreneurship bug, in me already. And right from my early college days, I belong to a family of business. So, for generations, my family has been into business. So maybe that was carried in into me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was quite active in the, like I did my engineering from LNM IIT Jaipur. So I was quite active in the Rajasthan startup ecosystem. And in 2018, there was an opportunity where we had to come up with an idea and, like build an MVP and pitch it to the Rajasthan government, which was being evaluated. And, out of more than 25,000 applicants that they received across the state, they selected 50, 70 odd bunch people and sent them to San Francisco to understand how the global startup ecosystem works. What happens in the real Silicon Valley, what happens in they, and how can like we learn some things about them. So I got selected into that program, and I was sent to San Francisco for about 15 to 20 days. And that 15 to 20 days was one of the life changing events that happened into me. And I was they're speaking to some of the best names from the industry, be it Tim Draper. Tim Draper, is like one of the very famous investors. He invested into Tesla when Tesla did not had Elon Musk. He invested into Skype when Skype was not even a video platform or video chat platform. Like a very celebrated, investor into the space. PayPal and many such companies into his portfolio.
Mhm.
He also is one of the prominent investors in the crypto space. So there was a lot of exposure around the cryptocurrencies and blockchain back then, and came back to India, realized that way forward for the crypto ecosystem is there are tons and tons of companies that are building out and are not able to scale because there are not developers around who understand how to write codes on blockchain, how to build decentralized applications. And that's when I started my first entrepreneurship journey, which was like helping students understand blockchain and cryptocurrencies.
Mhm.
And that was an edtech venture that I started, where I educated more than 8,000 people around the technology. This was pre-COVID, during COVID. So it includes physical interactions with a lot of the audiences, the virtual interactions through webinars and stuff. And happened to interact with tons and tons of student developers across the country and educated them. And now we are seeing that, right? Like a lot of the developers in the web3 ecosystem are real young audience, are the audience who belong to the age group of 22 to 27, 28, who are actually transforming and building all of these companies across the globe.
Mhm.
So that is somewhere I started my entrepreneurship journey. Then came in Crypto Relief. Crypto Relief gave me the ability to manage large funds at the place. I was managing a fund of about 3,500 crores, and leading that, deploying it, and that given the entire access of, hey, now you have funds. What's next? Like, so funds was not a problem there, but the problem was, how do we make the best use out of this fund? How do we deploy it for the best use case, and how do we make the most out of it? That's when that came into picture. And different of these events like taught me a lot of the stuff that is required for building an entity that revolves around compliance, that revolves around tech, that revolves around product, that revolves around people. So multiple such dependencies or multiple such variables that a company has, different stages of my life or my roles has taught me some of those.
Got you. I just have one question left. I had many questions, but the time is almost up. I'm just limiting to one last question. What would you say is the meaning of entrepreneurship for you? How would you define the term entrepreneur?
Okay. So entrepreneurship for me is learning and exploring new things every day, tackling in new challenges, like unexplored fields altogether. As an entrepreneur, you might not have knowledge of all the things, but you have the courage and the willingness
Mhm.
to try and explore those, learn those, and find in people who can help you fix those in your journey. So I think entrepreneurship is all about that, like taking in risks, understanding the situation, mastering it, and bringing in the best people to support you in your journey.
Awesome. On this note, we'll end the session. Thanks for your time, Punit, and it was a pleasure to have you on our platform.
Thanks, Priya. Thanks for hosting. Lovely interacting. Thank you.
Likewise.